Tour the world of finances from a whole new perspective. Revealed 3D, the shape of financials. Created by a CPA sculptor who envisions financial information in 3D. Currently, when we think of financial statements, we think of something like this. This is a balance sheet. The information is neatly laid out in rows and columns, and a skilled analyst will be able to use it to extract meaning as to what is happening with a company. The same information can be visually represented in a pie graph. Revealed 3D uses the pie graph with a twist. The diameter is also used as a variable. So as the balance sheet grows, so does the diameter of the pie chart. We could also plot the income statement around the balance sheet, sort of like a growth ring on a tree. The amount that revenue exceeds expenses is in net income. Where this gets exciting is when you plot multiple periods, stack them, and then connect the periods. Immediately, trends pop out. In this case, we see a company that is growing. This is a graph of 5 years of financial statements. So we can take this graphing method and apply it to multiple companies and compare them all on one screen. Imagine doing this for a market segment or a portfolio. Perhaps a composite of the industry norm might be of interest. Yes, all the information is in these financials. A person with the time and the skills can do the research to gather similar understandings. But even for them, this tool makes a great starting point, as it provides an overview of what the financials are presenting. A test of the value of the graph is whether we learn something from these graphs. So let's take a look at some specific companies and see what kind of information can be derived. Here is Amazon. In this graph, the market cap has been added to the graph as the outer translucent form. Revealed 3D works with either quarterly or annual financial statements, and this is a graph of 5 years of quarterly information. Notice the repeating patterns of increased size. The increase each year is at December, at Christmas time. This company is showing great increase in growth, and it kind of took the market by surprise. Here we can see Ford. Look at how the financials are in a decreasing pattern, but look at how the market is responding or predicting future growth. Then look at Chipotle. Here is an example of the market just barely keeping up with a steadily growing company. Here's a surprising graph. It is Activision Blizzard. I had never seen anything like this. It turns out it shows the merger of Activision with Blizzard. Stories, stories. These graphs just keep showing us stories. Trends and patterns just pop out. All that stuff is in the financials, but these graphs are accessible. These graphs deliver a whole new dimension on understanding. They don't replace or supplant regular analysis, but they certainly are a complement. And for some people, maybe a lot of people, they are an opening to a world that has been hidden from them. And it is that, and also at the same time it's a powerful tool for the financial professional. The graph has a high density of information. It plots the balance sheet, the income statement, the statement of cash flows, the market cap, and it does it all over multiple periods. Truly a time-saving, scanning device that has uses that we can only begin to understand. How can the graph be used? The graph can be put in a window like Google Earth. This would make available to the user an extensive array of tools for further analysis of the company. There could also be drill-down capabilities, such that you could double-click on an area of interest and see the underlying data. In this example, the graph takes center stage, but you could also have the graph be a small thumbnail in a window that focuses on the regular financial statements. I guess I have the graph at center stage as an example of author bias. That is basically what this graph is all about. It didn't take long to show. It's quite simple. And yet maybe that is partly what makes it so exciting. This graph is also catching the excitement of others. For example, a senior financial analyst at SunGard calls this a revolutionary graphic. A VP at Standard & Poor's calls it marvelous and excellent at depicting the underlying data. A leading scientist says the graph is profoundly intuitive. The move from an incomprehensible table of numbers to clear graphics is truly inspiring. Thank you for taking the time to look at this demo of Revealed. It is still in prototype stage. It is programmed to run on both the desktop and on the web. I am looking to work with others that are interested in making this tool commercially available. And welcome to this unusual graphic that will revolutionize how we think about financial statements. Welcome to this tour of financials from a whole new perspective.